Welcome all you well-balanced individuals. It's an honor and a pleasure to be at another Iron Talks, where iron sharpens iron, so does man sharpen one another. And this is your host of Manhood Unscripted, David Duncan, the Curiosity Specialist. And at my educational consulting firm, David Duncan and Associates, we help build leaders by restoring and cultivating curiosity. Now, why would I start with this? Because I want to let you know the decision I made when I opened my business. The decision was, we help leaders by restoring and cultivating curiosity. There's a book I'm reading right now, Seek, and the author is talking about how we live in an era of incuriosity. The ability that lack of curiosity is causing us to have such a large social and political divide because we're more interested in the fact that someone follows a position instead of the fact of the person behind the position. And we need to understand that that's a decision. That is a choice. And a decision, to me, the best way I've understood it is understanding that when you have choices and you pick one of those choices, nothing else matters but that one choice. What are the things in your life right now that you will have too many, you're juggling? You're juggling all these different choices, these different options. That's the struggle we must have when we don't make a decision. Because once we make a decision, we cut off all other options when we choose that thing. Not to say that, as I mentioned in the last episode, where you're making the plan, you working the plan and making the plan work. There is time and place for certain decisions. But once you make a decision, you have to follow through on that thing. Here's a decision I had to make. As some of you may notice, I have a lot less hair right now. That's the thing that I probably didn't talk about in the first episode, but I left it for this moment right here. It took me 5 years to grow my hair as long as it was. And I'm grateful for the people that God placed around me, aka my wife, Nicole, who was her ability and her upbringing allowed her to know how to retwist and even braid my hair. From the day I started growing my hair out, it was a decision that not only I had to make, but thankfully my girlfriend and wife now took the decision as well. Those long hours where washing my hair, braiding it or retwisting it, the time she took, that was a decision for her. Thankfully, I was in a position where she loved to do those kind of things. However, that's the place that we need to get at when we have our decisions in front of us. We need to be able to make decisions about things that we love to do and saying no to the things that we don't. Not to say that there's things that we don't need to do regardless that we don't like. I can imagine some of us have a job that we don't like that we go to. Some of us have some individuals in our life and our family that we tend to be like, they're just so negative and I just can't really talk to them. But there's a point in your life where there's certain decisions you have to make for your own sense of peace. However, taking the time to make the right decisions plays into everything that we've talked about when it comes to the set mindset. Having the right system, having good enough awareness, setting those intentions. Because now, after we've done all of that, we have to make decisions now. This is exactly where people and character development truly come to life. You know, I usually tell people that the adversities that we face aren't sent to hurt us, but actually sent to help us when it comes to our character development. Because everything that we do requires character development. The man that you are today, if you didn't go through the things that you went through, would you be the man you are today? And the things that you're going through right now, if you were not going through those things to get over, get under, get through, get around, whatever that adversity is for you right now, if you don't get through that adversity, will you become the man that God has set for your heart to be? Take the time to think about that. I would hope that the adversities that you go through, that you understand they are sent for you to become the man of God in which help cultivate his kingdom. You are someone strong. You are someone who is wise. You are someone who is dependable. However, if you don't feel that way now, there's some things that you're going through that if you were to actually embrace them, you would become the things that you believe you're not. There's a point in my life where I realized decision-making is the end-all be-all. Because every single day, there's thousands of decisions that we have to make. It's even crazier. I remember hearing a story about Steve Jobs. While he was working at Apple, he decided to solve or save time of capacity of thinking. He decided he's gonna wear a black turtleneck and blue jeans every day for as long as possible. That was because he wanted to keep more of his mental capacity in order to make more primal decisions he needed to make in Apple while he was running it. Take the time to think about the intention that was set for someone at that level of efficiency, communication, leadership, that he said, I need to just focus on the important things and not worry about what I look like. As long as I'm comfortable, as long as I can move around and I'm not inappropriate, I can have now the time and mental capacity to do the things that I need to do and I was set out in this world to do. I'm using that only as an example that take your time in making your decisions. Because once you make them, you will probably have to make another one to undo it if you don't believe in that first decision. But the time it takes to have the right system in place, the right awareness, and the right intentions, by the time you come around to making a decision using the said mindset, I would believe you'll be in the right place. But I don't want to keep you too much longer, and I'd like to say it's been an honor and a pleasure to host you here at Iron Talks. For as iron sharpens iron, so does man sharpen one another. It's your brother from another mother, David Duncan, Curiosity Specialist. Peace.